What up, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Blue today, and we are coming at you with Captain America. But we're not coming at you the way you expect me to come at Captain America and praise Captain America for all the glory that Captain America represents. No. We will get to that. We will get to that eventually. But first, we have to expose Captain America first. We have to expose Captain America, unfortunately. And we're going to expose Captain America for the character he really is without his tier 3, and why his tier 3, I personally think is the best tier 3 in the game still, and why it's the best in the game, because that tier 3 hides a lot of Captain America's weaknesses, period. But we're going to expose that today. And you're looking at my Captain America right now. And you know, this tier 3 is yummy delicious. It's the nastiest flavor text you're gonna read for a tier 3 that's out now. It's just delicious. And we're gonna explain why it's the best, but we're gonna show how without that tier 3 Captain America is kind of a joke. And there's I. So said, unfortunately, I've been trying ever since I got my Captain America to tier 3 to make him custom gear that was his guard break immunity with a damage proc and possibly crit damage. But I just haven't been fortunate enough to get that. So our custom gear is kind of weak. Mythic uniform. We're gonna look at the main stats. Of course, Captain America doesn't need as much cooldown. If no one notices this, yeah, he gets 30% cooldown reduction right here because of that, and he has the leadership, so we're definitely using White Fox with him. At this time, this is the team. I'm just showcasing the damage. 60% physical goes to that, but we're going to be using White Fox in that place. And like I said, it's almost 50. It's almost 50,000 damage. This doesn't include Colston's 45%, which puts me at about 57,000, give or take anywhere from 56 to 58,000 DPS. I'm doing the math in my head. You guys can do that on a calculator and prove me right or wrong. So we're going to jump into it, and what I'm going to do is we're going to go in here to Proxima stage 30. It's a low stage, but we're going to set some parameters, right? Because like I said, this is me exposing Captain America for the phony that Captain America is, and it's pretty messed up to say that, but we're gonna prove why he's so bad but so good all at the same time, because Captain America still is meta, period. Unless you have Black Panther tier 3, he has 2 ABX days. He's got the male combat. He's got the female combat if you have the uniform. It's just 2. He's a monster in PvP. If you have a guard break immunity on him, he destroys people in PvP. And he's pretty darn good in World Boss Ultimate. Unfortunately, because he is a combat character, he's limited to only 3 fights, which is the Proxima Corvus and Thanos. He can't even touch Ebony Maw. He does no damage because of how Ebony Maw's fight works. He literally will just hit for 1 damage, and Cole Obsidian's defenses to physical is just through the roof, so he wouldn't even come close to doing Cole Obsidian. I have in the past done like stage 25 of Cole Obsidian, but that's still kind of low. But at the same time, it's, when you really think about it, it's kind of high for a character who should be able to beat him. But here's the parameters. We're going to go into this fight. I'm going to give Captain America 1 minute. 1 minute to see if he can take Proxima and bring her to her first phase where the spears come out. 11.5 bars. 11.5 bars is what we're shooting for, but we're not going to use a tier 3 skill. We're only going to use Captain America's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. We're not going to use a tier 3 skill, and we're going to see how far Captain America can go in 1 minute. And then after that, I'm going to expose Captain America for the phony Captain America is by putting him up against characters who will expose how bad Captain America's skills are and how bad Captain America's damage is on his skills in comparisons to some characters that are tier 3. I'm gonna show off 2 tier 3s, Deadpool and Chirag, and then we're gonna expose him with some unorthodox teams that are only tier 2, no tier 3 potential. Level 70s though. These will be level 70 characters. But here we go. We're going to go in, and we're not going to use any strikers. We're not going to buff damage. We just want to see Captain America's raw damage. You've seen the fact that, like I said, I'm pushing with the buff almost 60,000 DP, 60,000 physical attack, which is nuts. Not very many characters are even on that level, but it's shortly going to feel like his damage is more like 10,000 physical than 60,000 when I start to expose Captain America. So here we go. We're going right in. We're going right in. Boom. Doom. Right off the tops. Oh, look at that. We did no damage. We did hit a proc on the 4 skill, which is good. It's really hard to hit procs on his strong skills because the way his skills hit, they don't do very many hits. And the damage, if you pay attention, and she made me miss. I didn't even, the skill activated, but nothing even happened because she jump backed. And we got a decent little damage there, but I mean, look at I just did 1,800 damage there. That's embarrassing. That's like, that shouldn't even be a thing. There's triple digit numbers in there. You seen that? 897. How embarrassing is that, Captain America? You didn't even hit for 1,000 damage there. This is about the average. This is legit about the average. There it goes. About the average. 1 minute. Close to 13.5 bars. Probably would did a little bit more, but she did dodge one of my 4 skills, and nothing even happened on the 4 skill. His damage is laughable. Like, it is laughable. If you've seen that hit, it was 897 damage. That is laughable damage. Like, that's just laughable. Now we're gonna go in. I don't know why I just removed her. We're gonna go in with Chirag right off the top. Basically the same team. Let's see. Let's put Chirag up here so you can see some numbers from Chirag. We'll just use that right there. We'll use the 45% because there isn't a other than what's his name, there isn't a 50% energy besides Star-Lord. I don't have Star-Lord uniform, so there we go. Boom, right off tops. You know, Chirag's a beast. I'm almost doing the same at 45% next to Captain America's 60% that I had on him. There's all the Urus. There's the ISO set maxed out. There's the CTP. There's not even a CTP on her. I wish I had a CTP on her. And then of course Mythic uniform. There's all her major stats. Of course, like I said, she's got the leadership as well. So we will be using basically the same team, but we're going to be at 60%. So with the 60%, we're probably at like 53,000 damage. But unfortunately, it's not a regular buff, so you can't see it like you would if I was just a regular, like with Captain America physical. And we're going to do the same parameters. we're gonna go in here and just use the skills and see how far she can go in 1 minute. Now remember, Proxima is stronger against combat, no, not a combat characters, let me say, to stop, pause. She is stronger against blast characters because she has defenses specifically targeted against blast characters. So right off the tops, Sharon is at a disadvantage right off the top. So, but Sharon is not at a disadvantage all at the same time because some of her skills are pure physical, like the 1 skill and half of the 4 skill. The first half of the 4 skill where she's rushing is pure physical. The laser beam is energy. So we're gonna see how far she can go in 1 minute. Right off tops, we're gonna get in front of her face because she already know she want to run. And right off tops, we've already blasted her. We got hit by that blade twister, but that ain't gonna matter. Cause Sharon, look at that. Sharon is she's gonna put the damage out. Period. She's gonna do the damage that Captain America cannot do because her skills are good. They hit hard. They're strong, and they do what their job's intended. And there you go. Boom. Did you seen the damage there? She literally, that 1/4 skill that actually I hit with a proc totally melted Proxima. Totally melted her. Still had 24 seconds to go. Probably could have did it faster if I would have tried to hit the procs on her 4 skill. I probably could have did it in maybe 20 seconds. But there you go. That's a character whose skills are hit hard, on top of the fact that she's, that she is a tier 3 character. But now we're gonna jump into none other than Deadpool himself. And there we go. We're gonna look at Deadpool's stats right off the tops, right off back. We don't need to switch nothing. We just need to put Deadpool in the leadership position because you cannot see the support numbers. But with Deadpool's own self buff, there you go, 28,000. There's his Uru. There's his ISO set. Of course, he's one of my fortunate characters that I can afford to give him an energy because I don't have very many of them. But yeah, he's got one of them, that's for sure. And we're gonna jump right into it. Same parameters, just the skills. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Deadpool is gonna melt Proxima's face off and show how good a character can be when you have good skills. And the fact of the matter is, Deadpool still has room to grow because he doesn't even have a uniform yet. And with the uniform, that's going to be an automatic 25% damage to all attack. That's going to make him even worse of a threat in comparisons. And that doesn't, like I said, this is not even going to showcase his tier 3 skill. So we're going to go in and we're just going to let loose on Proxima. Right off the bat, first skill does almost a whole bar in comparisons to Captain's. And we're just, look at that. Oh my, yeah. Is it even fair? Like, is it even fair to compare? Oh, there we go. And this is it right here. After this, once I hit this 4 skill, she's pretty much done. There it goes. Wow. I've had faster times than that, but I've actually had 20 seconds. I've done this in 20 seconds to get her down. As far as that, still 27 seconds. Ridiculous. You've seen his damage. He's not even breaking 30,000 DPS self buff, and his leadership is only, I think, 32%. So all in all, even with the support characters, he's not coming anywhere near the numbers Oh, it's 35%. My fault. 35%. But he just demolished. He demolished that stage. He made Captain America look like a complete weeb. All right, now we're gonna hit some. We're gonna hit some tier 2 characters, and particularly Captain Quicksilver. And I'll showcase Quicksilver right quick. There we go. Quicksilver. Boom. 20. And I'm using. I cannot remember her name, Crescent's leadership, but I'm actually using Beast for this fight, and I'm only pushing 22,000 physical attack. Only one 25 gears, ISO set, pretty low end. Custom gears, 180 is like the best part about it. Ignore dodge, and a legendary uniform. And this is the team though, so we're actually 10% less damage than it actually shows up there, but that's all right. It isn't gonna matter because Quicksilver, like I said, this is a character who has all the potential to grow, because he still has the potential to get a tier 3 to make him even stronger than he already is. But we're just going to showcase, like I said, some tier 2 characters and show what good skills are. And right off the tops, boom, we already dropped the whole bar. We're getting hit by Blade Twister. Blade Twister's going to ruin everything here, because that's what Blade Twister does. And it doesn't even matter, because he's still wrecking her. He's still going to put her in her place. Boom. We're gonna hit that. I don't know where she just went, but we're gonna ride that 3 skill out on that damage proc, and that 3 skill did a lot of damage. That 3 skill is a very strong skill. And there it goes, boom. 42 seconds. Probably would have been a little faster, but we had to rock a proc on the 3 skill, which isn't nowhere near as strong as a 4 skill, but you've seen how much damage it did. It melted her still. That's a tier 2 character, a character whose skills do good damage. They animate well, and they do their job. So we're going to use another blast character. Once again, another character who is going to be at a disadvantage, who has room to grow, because she still has the potential for a tier 2. I forgot to showcase her damage. I'll do that at the end of this fight, and we're just gonna go in and see what she can do in 1 minute. Like I said, she is at a disadvantage in this fight because she is a blast character. Proxima does have those defenses against those blast characters, so boom, boom, boom. She's still blowing Captain America out of the water still. And this is not a fight that she should even be able to do. But she's giving Captain America all the run for the money and saying that I am a better character than you, Captain America. I lost the proc there, but it doesn't even matter. We're going to try not to get hit. There we go. Yep, by the Blade Twister. And boom. She's putting in the work. We're just going to ride that damage proc out and stop her from moving. There we go. We kind of lost the proc, but it doesn't matter. She's still already doing better, and she actually did it. She still had 7 seconds. She did it in 53 seconds. Like I said, that's a blast character. She shouldn't even be able to do this stage. But yeah, she did it, and she did it better than Captain America. Oh, look at that. We could just show her right there. And there you go, 37,000. Details page. I probably should have showed Quicksilver's details page too. Alright, custom gear, legend, mythic. I'll show Quicksilver's page right quick. since I didn't show it, his details page. There's his details page for Quicksilver. Now we got one more character that I have lined up for this, and it's good old Miles Morales. Look at Miles. Look at Miles with his not even 20,000 DPS. And there's Miles's stat sheet. I gave Miles a lot of love because, man, Miles deserved it. Alright, so it's just basic. And then it's custom gear, 120, heroic. But actually here, I'll actually show Miles does have the leadership, so we will actually be using White Fox for this fight as a leader. And throw Miles, and then Coulson for the guaranteed crit. Now, and I'm only showing Miles off in this scenario because Miles was a trash character before this uniform. Like, absolute trash. Unplayable, and basically all game modes I tried to do World Boss Ultimate with him in the very early stages. And all that love that I gave to him, he had a lot of love that I gave to him before anyways, and he just couldn't do it. But they gave him this uniform, and Miles transformed into an absolute monster. Now, this is the kind of love Captain America needs on a uniform, to just throw him to the top of everything for a very long time, because his tier 3 is so strong. If he had skills that were this powerful, then he would be nuts. He would be absolutely nuts. So let's just admire just a good uniform. We missed the proc there, and because the proc came out on the 3 skill, but we're gonna hit it here. No, it didn't come out there neither. Oh, whew. Did you see that? Did you see that damage? It was outrageous. Miles is putting in some work here, and we're actually gonna get a 5 skill proc, and look at that damage. Whew. That's what happens. That's what happens when his 5 skill hits a proc. Nuts. And there you go. He could have did it faster, much faster. Unfortunately, I only got 1 proc off for the 5 skill, but you've seen the amount of damage that was. And like I said, Miles was a 0. He's a hero, and he still has room to grow too, because he has potential for a tier 3. And you've seen the amount of damage Miles had. I didn't even break 20,000 DPS, 20,000 physical attack with Miles Morales. So that speaks absolute volumes for when a character has great skills, like some of these characters do, and a lot of characters just have bad skills. And unfortunately, Captain America falls in the category of having bad skills, and the fact that he has the best tier 3 in the game, it's overshadowed how bad Captain America really is as a character. So for anyone who's still hasn't built Captain America up, don't feel bad about how bad Captain America is, because he will explode in power level when you actually get that tier 3 skill, because that tier 3 skill is on a whole nother level in comparisons to all the rest of the tier 3 skills. There's some pretty crummy tier 3 skills in the game. We won't say no names. Iron Man, oh my bad, possibly one of the worst tier 3s in the game. But we're going to make another video proving why Captain America's tier 3 skill is the best in the game, and how that tier 3 skill hides the fact that Captain America is a subpar character, maybe even the lowest tier character, one of the lower tier characters in the game, without that tier 3 skill, and how he goes from I would say, I mean, depending on how you tier your list, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, I would put him as a D tier character, and once he gets his tier 3 once he gets his tier 3, he becomes an S tier character. But it doesn't hide the fact that he is still a D tier character with an S tier 3 skill is what it really is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me exposing Captain America for the fraud that Captain America is, but we're gonna make up for it in the next video, showing why Captain America is an S tier character and why his tier 3 is the best in the game still now than even Sharon's and Deadpool's and Luna's and all those good tier 3 skills. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.